Hello, everybody. This is session one of San Antonio After Dark. We're still working on character creations, and we still have a couple people coming in. Someone went out with their coworkers tonight and was enjoying themselves. As they come in, we're going to begin starting the game. We're going to get into preludes here real quick, and we're finishing up character sheets for two of our players. And we're just going to pick up where we left off. And you can change their name. City Mangrel and Go to the Ventru was just placeholder names. It's better than the names that it prescribed, which is these really weird, let's use whatever name we can make out of random consonants. No, unfortunately not. But like Victoria's character goes by DJ Mixtape. Two. Mm-hmm. Five. Well, advantages have different ratings. So backgrounds like generation, status, resources, those would be one apiece. But a discipline is 7 points apiece. That I don't mind so much, but what you're talking about is more of an animalism thing. So there's several different types of gangrel. You have city gangrel, country gangrel, and what I don't I don't know why there is this one, but there is a Greek gangrel. So a city gangrel has obfuscate, celerity, and protean. Now, protean level 1 is Eyes of the Beast. So no roll necessary, but you get to see in the dark better. Like, you can't see in pitch darkness, but let's say it's low light, and yeah, so you'd be able to see there. The second level is probably one of the more favorited ones, which is Feral Claws. You should at least go to level 2, because that gives you aggravated damage, which most people can't soak. But Obfuscate, if you're looking to be more sneaky, works out. It is. So, with that, what happens, you would get basically a surprise round on somebody. But it would cost you 14 of your freebie points to get up to the Feral Claws. You could add an extra point of willpower. You could get resources 1 or herd 1. Herd, by the way, is people who know you're kind of a vampire and let you drink off of them. But Protean gets really absurd in its higher levels. Like, so you can have up to 5 dots in anything as a 10th generation vampire. But once you start getting into the ridiculous levels at 7th generation, you have things like Flesh of Marble, which reduces all damage by half, rounded down. So, just to refresh your memory, bullets only do bashing to vampires. And bashing is reduced by half for all vampires. So you don't even have to worry about getting shot to death because it takes a lot of bullets in which to do so. Headshots are something different. Headshots are something different, but most people don't shoot for the head. Yes. No. Staking the heart just puts you into torpor, which is basically a really deep sleep. Yeah. It's like smoking way too much weed and just not being able to move. Best explanation I have. And so that's the best way to describe it. So if they pull out the stake, you become able to move again. Silver has no effect, although there is a flaw that lets it have an effect on you, which you don't have to take. Now, if you want to switch it over from a to a city gangrel to just a gangrel, what would happen is you would replace celerity with fortitude, which is being able to take a punch better, and any aggravated damage, you can roll fortitude to soak, and you would get animalism. And animalism, I'll actually allow to work on bugs and stuff. But for instance, feral whispers, you call out to the beast, and they will come to you. They have no implication to actually serve you, but they will come to you. The second level, or no, first level is let you talk to them. Second level lets you summon them. But I think Drew is going to be playing an animalism gangrel. We'll work it out later. Oh, something like that is a completely different skill. Like to turn into bugs into flee. Sorry, no delirium. Let's see. They do not have it in this edition. We'll work out the flaw with the Beatles over the course of the next week. I have your email address, so I can just send you an email and we can work it out that way. There used to be a let me see if it's in the old player's guide. Oh, I have a second edition player's guide up on my bookshelf. I've been playing since 1996, I want to say. If you count when I first started role-playing, that's something different. It was in one of the supplements. Maybe it's in the Gangrel Clan book, but it was something called Gift of Proteus. And it would literally allow you to change into whatever creature you wanted to. Yeah, I don't have that clan book anymore. It got stolen. Oh no, here we go. I do have it. Let's see if it's in here. Humanity is your ability to blend in with common folk, with humans. So at 6, well, at 5, but at 6, you wake up when the sun sets. Your skin may be pale, but it's not so pale that you look like a piece of paper walking down the street. Your face isn't gaunt and sunken in. You actually have like a little meat on your bones, so to say. That way you don't look... So, the old school Gift of Proteus. At level 1, you could change things like your eye colors. So instead of glowing red eyes, you could glow green eyes. At 2, you could do variations of the form of wolf. So let's say you want to be specifically a timber wolf when you change shape, which is a Gift of the Beast or Transformation of the Beast. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. You can pick what specific bat, crow, or big city dog you got to be. At level 4, can make significant variations in one of the protean shapes as long as it's still traditionally associated with vampires, such as becoming a black cat instead of a wolf. Among those traditionally ascribed to vampires, of those are cats, black dogs, crows, wolves, toads, and bats. But I'm willing to work with people and say, yes, I am fine with blah blah blah. Now, if you wanted to do something like that, for what you're looking for, it would have to be a 5-point merit, and there's going to be 1 drawback. And this happens for any time I do it with disciplines that break your body down into smaller creatures. If a significant portion of those bugs are destroyed, you will reform and be very uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to hurt and it's going to be painful. Because beetles and things only have 1 health level. So if someone were to drop, stop, and roll on you, you may lose your character to bashing damage. Yeah. So I'm just throwing that out there. If that's something you want to do, just be aware that there's going to be consequences. But like I said, we can work that out um, later on this week. There are a couple of websites. If you just type in Vampire the Masquerade merits and flaws, that'll give you a whole list of them. Just reach out to me to see which ones are cool and which ones aren't, and that way we can work out something that works. Now, some of the websites actually include other um, other supernaturals. So some of it will have werewolf only things, and some of them will have mage only things. Like you don't get to have an avatar. And make sure you read them because I've seen games where people bought Daredevil thinking it would work in combat. And Daredevil is one of those things that only work outside of combat. And Gilbert has messaged me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, okay? Hey, what's up, man? Um, Trying to figure out if you're still coming over tonight or if it's going to be a wash for you. Okay, cool. All right. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to get this set up because I do not know my Wi-Fi password. Or are you? Oh, we were playing tonight. Yes, but if you can't actually do the gaming tonight, that's fine. I can work around that. I just need We were supposed to start about an hour ago, and we haven't begun yet. We were waiting to figure out if you would be joining us. And I don't know if you could through the phone either. Um, I'm not sure if there's a Roll20 app. But well, yeah. If you don't want to do it tonight because of Gingerfest, that's cool. Like I said, I can work around it. Um, Never like I've. It's not like it wouldn't be my first time forcibly getting someone into a game when they don't necessarily were there from the beginning. Okay, well that too. But yeah, when you get here, okay, not a problem. Well, I'll see you when you get here. Just come on in. Make sure you don't let Carver out of my room. Yeah, in my office. Bedroom. Right. Okay. Bye. I can hear you. Alrighty then. So Drew is going to be out tonight because he has to open tomorrow. Not unexpected.
Oh, come on, you know it's me.
Wave to the camera, Drew. So.
Okay, so how does this work?
What?
This whole...
Like it's just here.
And you're all on video?
Just me.
But they're on audio?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I love face characters, by the way. Okay, so a face character is anyone who walks up to a city guard, says, "Hey, I'm the city inspector. You need to let me into the castle because I'm a city inspector." Oh, really? Yeah, okay, go on in. That's a face character.
That one?
Yes. Well, that works for mundane politics as well, but a lot of the knowledges are geared towards vampiric stuff. Who cares who's the president? What matters is who's the prince. And for anyone watching, this is my doggy. You've seen Carver before. Oh, he was so small back then, wasn't he? Well, if y'all are at Gingerfest tomorrow, y'all see him all grown up and stupid. I was thinking about Victoria. So, what I would recommend is maybe a dot or two in resources, a retainer.
So who are you talking to?
We've got Jason, Sean, and Leia. Pedal.
I apparently got an achievement for putting up an actual picture. Let's see if you worked.
Well, let's do this. For now, we'll spend what freebies we have. So if you want to get 2 dots in protein, we can get the 2 dots in protein. When you do your merits and flaws this week, we can figure out what to do with any leftovers then. That way we can light the fires and kick the tires.
Big Daddy. Alright, and it's just the 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the whole flaw thing to ratio or...
You can do that, but it's going to be done at my discretion. So no loading up on like seven flaws and going, I get another discipline.
Oh, no, actually a little bit of disciplines. The only thing I was going to do with the flaws, if it allowed it, was up my generation. Because I think right now in generation, what does it start at 13?
You begin at 13, and for each dot it lowers by 1.
What's 3 blood points per turn?
That would be 5 points in generation.
That would be 4 5. That's too much. So then 4 would be 2 blood points per turn. I take it everybody's going 3 blood points per turn.
Something like that. You shouldn't be seeing their character sheets. By the way, and Drew's in the room with me right now. He was coming over to collect a copy of the PDF. He can't hear you. You're in headset. That way I don't get feedback.
Is that what headsets do?
Mm-hmm.
They keep from feedback?
In that case, I will need cameras on. Yeah. And I won't be doing any of, like, my dice are still in my car down at the end of my driveway. So, trust me, if you'd hear... you would hear me rolling if that was the case.
Okay, so where do I go on the site?
When you log in, there will be a journal section, and your name is Ace Gangrel Pet Detective right now.
Until I change it.
Until you change it. And when you load it up, you'll just dots like dots.
So I can't see that until I actually on a computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But once you log in, you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to edit it. But you can't go into like the princes or any of the other NPCs.
No, that's because the reason I was asking, because like.
I heard vulgarity.
I didn't say anything.
We're all ready. Okay.
See, this is the only thing I see. I don't see anything where it says you can create a character.
You have to join the game. But mobile browser's not supported.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So when it joins it, then it'll let me see the character sheet.
All right, everybody. Now that we're actually beginning, so let's go ahead and start. Man, now I'm all worked up. So you all wake up. For Sean and Leia, you've arrived into the city last night. And when you woke up, hush your whore mouth.
Come here. I'm saying goodbye to you.
Please go.
Apparently he won't let me say goodbye.
He's barking at you.
Have a good one.
So, you wake up, and it is pinned to your chest very delicately, an invitation to court. It is advised in the memo that you arrive promptly and on time. That this... you've already been established in the city, remember? So, you said that you were from San Antonio. No, you're just up an hour early. You're up when the sun's up. So, the message says, this is court, and it is a special night. Please arrive by 10 p.m. You'll be coming to Tower of Americas, which is downtown. It will be reserved just for our just for the kindred, and no one else. For Jason and for Victoria, who have already been in San Antonio before, you know what this occasion is. It's the 20th anniversary of when the Sabbath was forced out of the city. So, who has the highest humanity? Is Graves a 6 or a 7? So you wake up early. Jordan Graves wakes up early like he always does, an hour before sunrise. And how do you begin preparing for the festivities? You have no responsibilities tonight besides making it to court. All right. DJ mixtape. You wake up as the sun sets. Now, here's the thing about vampires. They kind of don't go back to sleep. You get a text message saying there's going to be a delay on the next shipment into the United States. All it says is the next shipment is going to be delayed. What was that? Three more days. So what do you do to prepare for court tonight? Even though you're an anarch, you know this is something everyone attends. All right. And will you be arriving early? Will you be arriving late? Alrighty then. All right. So that takes us over to Mick and Viola, who both wake up at the same time about half an hour after sundown. January 2017. January 2017. Mm-hmm. There's two loops in San Antonio. This, are you looking at the screen right now? You see where it's inside, not inside 410, but in that smaller section. That's where it is, between 10 and 37 and 35. Yes. You have 2.5 hours. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's fine. You have enough money to bed down in a vampire safe location. Okay. Okay. So, um, side note about that, you can't really drink, but they are there available for you. Well, no, to eat and drink, it's a specific flaw, specific merit. If not, you vomit it back up. Well, that works as well. So, so you said you're arriving half an hour early as well. All right. So, as the three people who arrive early, they find that they're not the only one arriving early. There's a chain of limos dropping people off. People are well dressed, they're manicured, people got their hairs did. And there's a wide assortment of vampires that you see throughout these groups. And looking at them for Jordan Graves, he knows that everyone he's looking at is kindred. Period. And for Mick and Violetta, you see a lot of people that it's hard to determine if they're vampires or not, but they're vampires. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. um, they do not grow facial hair, but if you had one when you died, and when you all arrive, you do arrive by limo. Jules and Jillian are with you. They actually let you walk a couple steps ahead of them because they know you're the favorite. You arrive. As y'all begin to go upstairs and you ascend to the tower, you realize every vampire, and probably not just San Antonio, but there's probably some from Corpus, there's probably some from Dallas and Houston. All around the state, people are showing up. Some of them just seem to be there for the event because it's coming off as a big old gala event. Go ahead. You're you're overthinking right now, man. You're overthinking it. Oh, you have plenty of time. you have plenty of time because there is a line of limos that they drop off their guest, they pull off. They drop off their guests, they pull off. And some of these groups are 7 or 8 people. What was that? Well, people are getting out and just going in. There's not a crowd outside. Don't worry about it. So, since Victoria's going to be an hour, mixtape is going to be an hour late. As you arrive and you go up the elevator, you arrive at the top, and you know what the Tower of Americas look like, right? It looks like the UFO sitting on top of a spike. You notice that I don't care how many capacity it has. I'm going to say it's 300 capacity. This thing is 2/3 filled at this point. There's tables, there's lots of seating around, and you're not used to seeing this many kindred in one place. Even in New Orleans, even in a Mardi Gras, never this many out and in public like this. And you see a little sectioned off area. You can see a little raised platform, and everyone knows what that means. That's where the prince is going to be sitting. As the half hour pulls around, are you going to want to reach out to speak to anyone? There are no one else from New Orleans here right now. Vampires tend to not travel very often, so whenever you move a city, that's a big thing. We can work that out later. Point is, you're here now. This is a traditional court, so that will be something that happens throughout the evening. You would know that. You see a lot of people dressed up. However, there's this one person. He's going from place to place, and he always seems to have a crowd around him. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts? He is dressed up as Riku in formal wear. And no, that is not a euphemism. He is dressed up as Riku in formal wear. Tall. Well, no, he doesn't actually have. But he's wearing like a nice suit, but he looks exactly like Riku. And he has a dangling keyblade on him. Well, there's a lot of people dressed casually. But this was a social event for a lot of these vampires, and you know that. So you notice that around the location, there's a lot of statues in various positions, and whenever you would pull on the lever or in some cases push it up against the breast because vampires being a little hedonistic because they can't enjoy it themselves, you would see blood pouring out of these spots. Some of the spots have the hole dripping from the neck, other locations, wrists, things like that, just to keep with the mystique. It's an open tap. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Violetta? No one here is human. Are you going to say anything specific, or are you just trying to get introduced to them? All right. You notice that the group that you happen to walk over to, there's a man. He has rings on every single one of his fingers, and he has multiple rings on his finger. And these are the people. This is a person who everyone seems to be wanting to talk to. He's got gold chains, and he's wearing a very, very, very fine Armani suit. His hair is greased back, literally. So much grease. And everything looks like goes out of his way to be more extravagant than he has to be. And he looks at you. Oh, looks like we have a new one in the city. And you are? Oh, thank you so much. I'm Jorge Giovanni. Oh, leave the mister off. However, like everyone else here, it's been 20 years since the Sabbat's been driven out of San Antonio. I'm sure you woke up with the lovely pinned letters. You're welcome. Yes, between ghouls and wraiths and he has this little funny thing he does with his eyebrows. Amongst all that, yes, no one's beyond our finding. Have you had any of the Have you had any of the Prince's private select yet? And he'll hold out a glass to you. The first one is sweet. It's young, it has a flexible taste to your palate. The second one tastes like ash. As a Ventru, your character can only drink one type of blood and get sustenance from it. which is why I said we're going to put the rest of the stuff off to the side. So the one you grabbed is the blood that you can taste and drink and get sustenance from. Yep. Always the easiest to figure out, right, boys? And he'll look around at the other people around him, and you realize that a lot of them have similar collections of rings, but not nearly as many as he has. And they will continue to chit chat about the goings on in the cities. Give me um, wits and politics. Uh, slash roll space 6010 greater than 6. Nope, no modifier. Yeah, it popped up. So, 3 successes. So, based off of what you were listening to and occasionally interjecting, light, less than serious talk, you pick up that the guy who is practically in cosplay is the sheriff. At some point, they point out Doris, the seneschal, and they casually mention that the Justicar was said to be making an appearance tonight. But the Justicar, you don't know who that is. They never called her by name. They just refer to as her and the Justicar. So, at the top of the hour, while all of this is going on, the lights come down low. There's a ambiance, and you weren't paying attention, but there is dry ice fog on the floor. The curtains that were blocking off where the raised platform was pull away to the side, and you notice that everyone is crowded around because of the spike in the center of the building. They've worked their way around so everyone can see. Sitting there is the prince, and by God, if you had working sex organs. He is dressed to the nines, but it doesn't look like he's trying. It looks casual, as if this was a daily thing for him. Hair's neatly combed. It doesn't look like there's product in it. Fingernails right perfect. This guy's looking immaculate. You would probably recognize Violetta is probably being a Ventru without even a second glance. Just too much of the pompousness. He's not sitting in a door. You'd have to break through the glass at this point. And you said you're arriving an hour and a half late. Is someone running off to the restroom? Give me perception and alertness. because no one's actually talking. They're all whisper talking. Because no one's interrupting the prince at his reveal. And it's going to be a difficulty 7. Something about this being more than unusual. Nothing that doesn't stand out in this crowd. And as the curtains finally pull all the way to the side and they stop, he stands up as if it was timed. You figure he probably spent a night practicing. He stands up and says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome. It has been far too long since we've all gotten together like this, and no greater the night than tonight. 20 years. You'll be arriving an hour and a half earlier than you wanted to. So you do want to arrive on time, but you want to arrive like 5 minutes late. If you... All right. I'll allow it this time. So... And you're blasting music. Well, the music in your head, no one else hears. They would have taken that at the bottom of the staircase before you got onto the elevator. That's not a problem. That is by far not the weirdest thing that's happened. If that's the weirdest thing that's going to happen, that's a blessing. So you arrive getting up there. You see everyone's facing towards the prince, who doesn't miss a beat. 20 years after we drove the Sabbats out of this city, and everyone turns to look at you for a moment, and then back to the prince. We celebrate 20 years of peace. Peace between us and peace between the Anarchs. And this is when you all realize for the first time that the room has actually been divided. All those who are highly associated with the Camarilla has been on the east side of the building. All of those associated with the Anarchs on the west side. And it's not even something you noticed at first because it would just kind of naturally divided. We celebrate as we always do every year, but 20 years. Peace, that is wonderful. Keeping the Sabbat below San Antonio has been a blessing for this entire country. Now, with the lovely thing out of the way, let's begin with what we always like to do at the beginning of every court. Anyone who needs to make their introductions may do so now. He chuckles, and for a moment you see his mask of 1,000 faces fall behind, and all you see is a rotting corpse staring at you, grinning. You might want to introduce yourself, child. I'd do it now. uh, you're a youngin'. I'd go up now. The prince likes the ones who introduce themselves first rather than having to be drug out. Go to the titties over there. They're blood plus. He points at a one of the statues that dispenses blood, and it is a marble woman on all fours, where you can see the blood is dispensed from the nipples. It's on the other side of the room. No, people are paying attention to the new vampires that are introducing themselves right now. Well, no one's getting on the stage. There's not that many before you. There's only 3 other introductions before you get up there. And each time they've given their name, their clan, and where they're coming from, and their purpose in the city. And mind you, just out of character, we said we will kind of work on why they were there, but no matter what, what's going to happen next won't change that.
Of you further about the subject.
Then
Here's my card.
where your boiled peanuts at?
Yo, for real, let me get them boy peanuts.
Hey, Sean.
I'll give a very long, drawn out, like almost too longly drawn out bow.
Can you
and
describe
cheers as well?
how your
And I
character
said,
looks to
"When he
me,
appears at my house in the morning."
Sean? What does Sweet Mick look like, and what is he wearing?
Okay, so
Sweet man
I
that
will
he
describe my
has.
character. As I rise up onto the stage, I do that same tuck on my old-fashioned garments. It's a very nice. Okay, so like it's nice, but it's like kind of also like Ronald Weasley from Harry Potter when he got his dress robes. Like it's
a little
old,
bit
it's dumb, it's
outdated.
big buttons. Like, it's shit like that. But I got
So
like this
you're wearing
dumbass
the
spiky
same
hair.
Like,
he had this shit.
Real dumb spiky hair, like almost like short anime hair, but long in the front. And
And the back.
real
Party in the front and the
broad
back.
shoulders, but then I like slim out. Like I'm like my arms and legs are way too lengthy for my body.
The prince looks at you,
Triangle.
not terribly amused with your behavior, but welcome to the city. I will want to speak with you later.
It was a pleasure to meet you, sir, and I am sorry if I imposed. I was just trying to feel the vibe of the party.
It's quite all right. Did you come alone?
I did.
Anyone else needing to announce themselves?
Yeah, I want to run up.
I'm playing stealth.
And you
All right.
are?
I am Violetta Avonlea of the Ventru clan, 10th generation. Take a classy sip from my glass. And I popped one hip and then I switched to the other hip.
yes.
It is good to see another Ventru in this city. And one who shares my... He sniffs the air right in front of you. Shares my same quality in blood.
I like kind of cheers him and like look at him over my glass and take another sip.
And for now, if that's all done, do we have any additional business?
I just want my backup singers to scream DJ mixtape and then break wine bottles on the ground and then sit back down.
There
Well,
are no
blood-
wine bottles.
Blood bottle.
We brought wine bottles.
Dang.
Backpack so
Okay.
bad.
I'm gonna like. I'm just
I
gonna
have
give a
four
shifty
backup
eye.
dancers. Each one breaks
Giving
a
a
wine
shifty
bottle.
eye towards
and
those
sits
characters
down.
in the corner.
So, the sheriff comes up to you.
Sorry.
Describe the sheriff. I'm sorry. Who are you talking to?
Talking to Victoria.
Okay, my fault. I got confused.
The prince
Well, I
wishes
think
to see you
Victoria
now.
should describe her character now. Tell us about you, Miss Mixtape.
Is that a thing that's happening?
Yeah, kind of. You're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so she just has like a Daft Punk style like DJ hat on. And like regular ass clothes. Like not fancy, just like maybe a nice jacket, some fancy jeans. And then 4 Harajuku girl, like backup dancers that just broke wine bottles that they brought onto the ground. And then don't say anything else after DJ mixtape.
Okay.
And I have been sitting the whole time.
Okay.
That's it.
The sheriff will come up to you and say, "The prince would like to see you now," and simply points up to where the platform is. He looks at sorry, I'll work Mick and Violetta's character. Please
Yes.
stay a moment. I wish to speak with you. And Jordan,
Yes.
your sire says, "I owe the prince a favor." And he waves at you to go up to the platform.
I nod and turn off my Kindle and walk up to near the platform, I guess. And as I approach, I respectfully, like not fully, but like partially kneel. You know, like a quick
Mhm.
kind of
I get it.
gesture, and introduce myself as Jordan Graves, Tremere.
Just
Oh, he knows
my lord.
you know him. He
Yeah,
knows
I
you.
know. But it's just as out of a sign of respect, you know, kind of
Okay.
like.
So he looks at you three, or you four. People began to move away from him for now because he does this occasionally, where he discusses his business in private and public.
Okay.
He does all of his business in public, but everyone is expected to walk away from it. And he
What
brings
a
his tone really low.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. That changes things for me as a not on the inside. Keep going. Sorry.
He says, as a favor to all new people who come into my city, I ask a task of them. Your sire, and then he looks at Mixtape, and your foolishness, I wish to assign you a task.
Are you? I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you addressing all?
He's addressing you 4 player characters.
Okay.
Okay.
His tone is very low, so you can hear it over the murmurs of the crowd who's talking and who's still socializing.
Okay.
But it's not so loud that people could just hear what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
My backup dancers are going to appear and say, What?
Your
Oh.
backup dancers are feeling very uncomfortable because you
They
know the
appear
sheriff.
to say that.
They hesitate because the sheriff, who is carrying a very awkward-looking sword, is staring them all down.
Well, I can throw my voice so they appear to say that, even if they are alarmed immediately after.
Oh yeah.
So
I have a question.
Let's see.
Can I play my quote unquote sheriff card here? And
Roll
try
wits
to-
and
try
performance
to talk to
difficulty
this guy?
7, and you have to spend a blood point.
I'm sorry. What did you say? Say it one more time.
No, I'm talking to Victoria.
Okay, never mind.
Wits and performance.
Wait,
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Good at that.
I'm gonna play that sheriff aspect.
What's the difficulty?
You have a sheriff aspect?
7.
Oh, sorry. It's
7. That's what he said.
What's the difficulty?
Oh no, there's no roll for it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So as
For
you
the-
throw your voice to say what, the prince again gives you another dirty look.
Oh shit.
Daughter. And he's not calling you by your name, he's calling you by your clan.
Shit, he's smart.
Smart.
He's smart.
You have been in this city for a while now, and you know how this is a tremendous night for us. 20 years without the Sabbat. Now, because of your audacious nature tonight, you will be tasked with this assignment as well. There is a cavalry saber at the witty I want to possess. And that is it. I would prefer you not kill any of the security guards there, and I'd prefer it be done by the end of the week. For you 2 newcomers, it's an excellent way to prove your willingness not to be troublemakers in the city.
Okay.
And as you are new to the city, you do have an option. As per the Convention of the Alamo, you may select to either abide by the Anarch's rule or by the Camarilla. Do you have a choice in this matter?
I kind of feel as if I'm running away from the Camarilla. So Anarch might be a good play for me.
Not an uncommon answer. And for you, Violetta?
Well, you could say I'm in the same boat.
Ah, excellent. So in that case, before you leave, speak with the sheriff. He is the man who loves to cosplay.
Okay.
He has a map dividing the lines down San Antonio.
Okay.
To the west of that line belongs to the Anarchs. To the east belongs to the Camarilla. While on the east side of the city, you will abide by our laws and abide by our punishments. The only thing that is mutually exclusive to both sides is the masquerade. Break it, and there will be a great deal of punishment coming down upon your heads.
I have a question. Is there any way that I could kind of like pull him? I know he's a busy man, but could I pull him away and be like, this is completely out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Could I'd like to display the fact that I don't know where I stand, but only specifically to him.
He will, when you go to ask if you can have a moment of privacy, he will say, if it is of importance about this type of decision, please speak with Sheriff Riku. And the name is said with a little bit of condescension to it.
Okay.
Speak to him, and he will be able to give you answers that you're probably seeking.
Okay.
I trust that man. Do not eat my charger. The prince doesn't say that. Sorry.
The charger, though. Girl. Man.
He destroyed my last pair of Turtle Beaches.
Oh, dang.
Justin?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom. Could you give me the short and dirty about what the prince said?
He's assigning you to recover a cavalry saber from the Witty.
Okay.
Don't kill. Don't break the masquerade. Have it done by the end of the week.
To use my Kindle to try to use academics and look up architectural plans for the Witty.
They're public knowledge. It's a simple 2-floor museum.
Okay, I'm going to download as many as I can, or all the information I can about the architectural plans, including possible sewer routes, and save them and start an archive.
Okay, for that I will need a wits and computers.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Let me check that. Yeah.
Okay, and then the dice rolls.
Nope.
So,
You do a cursory search of Google for Witty floor plans,
Right.
and they don't have anything up right now. Normally they have something that shows the floor plan and what things are showing where.
Yeah, it's a very simple game.
But right now it is either down for repair or you just can't seem to find it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll at least start a Word document that lists current exhibits of the Witty and try to figure out where the cavalry saber could be.
Oh, it's on the front page.
Cool.
Civil War display.
Great. Perfect.
He does give you a description of the saber that he's looking for. It's very specific. It has a gold inlay across the scabbard down the divide.
Okay.
So where you normally place the two pieces of wood together, down that inlay is a band of gold. The saber has a, I'm not sure if it's called a tassel on a sword, but the tassel coming off the hilt.
Yeah.
And it is closed off for the fist to protect on charges. That is made out of either iron or a very shiny metal. It is well polished and well taken care of.
Can I try to figure out who originally owned the saber?
It's some no-name general. It's no one specific is what I'm saying.
You and I should talk.
Okay. What about, I'd like to try to, I don't know, look up anything I can about the saber, any type of information, figure out so I can try to figure out why exactly the prince would want it.
It's just an ornate cavalry saber.
which gives me
It's not assigned to any specific general. It's not assigned to any lieutenant or
Or
captain. It's just a very, very ornate saber as far as any history search goes on it.
Okay. So the lack of information to be giving me some information.
I want a perception alertness from everybody.
Okay.
Okay, one moment.
And because we're rolling with multiple people for multiple profiles, I need to know who's first and who's second.
I'm rolling first.
Okay.
Oh, I got 3 successes, I think.
Perception alertness.
Yeah. I have shitty perception alertness too.
They don't explode unless you have a specialty in the attribute.
Okay, this is mixtape coming up. Mixtape.
2.
Don't think notices anything.
You could always borrow my laptop to do this too if you wanted to.
I'm a shitty man.
It's got the mic and everything built into it.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to do it.
So, are you rolling for yourself first, Sean, or are you rolling for
I'm gonna roll for me first, and then her. It's gonna be 60, 60, 10, and then 5d10 real quick. Oh, hold on. I'm still learning the program.
Slash. Yeah, there we go.
There.
Okay. 0 successes.
Then that's her roll right there.
Okay. Y'all don't know anything notice anything
Yeah,
specific.
we didn't pick up on nothing.
So
Did I
the
notice
prince
anything?
will say, Mick, please go speak to my sheriff. I have things I must attend to.
That's
And-
especially what I wanted to do anyway, so we're good.
As you look around right before you walk away from the prince, you notice that several people have basically formed a line, just waiting for this meeting to be over, but they're acting like they're not listening, and you can't tell if they really are, because they're talking to other people.
I'm sorry, I can't tell what the people are, or...
You can't tell if they're listening,
Okay.
or if they're just kind of being there.
So they're acting as a crowd would act.
Yes, you can't tell if they're actually listening.
Okay. Okay.
So as y'all walk away from the prince, does anyone say anything else besides Sean going to the sheriff?
Well,
I gave him a wink.
I certainly bid the prince adieu, and I thank you for his time.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Give him a wink.
He's like, yeah.
Okay, he doesn't give a fuck. Okay, good.
Okay.
He's giving you something to do to prove yourself to him. That's where he's at.
Well, that's understandable. I certainly want to make the quickest route towards the sheriff, and I want to try to talk to the sheriff.
People aren't really crowding around the sheriff anymore. He's standing there.
Okay, let me hold back a minute and observe for just like a second.
People seem to be casual around him.
Okay.
No one seems to be truly intimidated, even though he's carrying a very odd-looking sword. Like, you notice this is an odd-looking sword. Roll me 1d10 real quick.
Okay.
They're all old ass vampires. Okay.
You know
Got
it's
it.
from a video game, but you don't know which one. All these young kids with their video games.
Okay.
So you know it's not just a sword. This is custom, and it's made to look this way on purpose. Because it was in a video game once.
I'm gonna turn to Leoletta and be like, "You seen it before?"
Have I?
Roll 1d10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where
Oh shit, wrong tab.
Lord.
My fault.
Click on the joint.
Right here.
Click on the joint. There it is.
One more try. There we go. How about that?
It is from Riku from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Okay,
It is
now we
the
have
Batwing sword that he has.
Oh, okay. I remember that shit. The Batwing joint.
But she knows that it's from which specific video game and which character.
Okay. But I don't. I just
A
through
video
the
game.
conversation, can I recognize that it's from that thing?
She would have to tell you.
Telling him.
It's been told. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay. I still want to approach him, and I just kind of want to like.
I want to talk to him.
You should talk to him. You know more about
what?
this. I would say go ahead and walk up to him and bring the sword up.
Okay, so I saunter up to the sergeant, and I say, "It's quite a sword you got there, Riku."
Oh, thank you so much. Not a lot of people admire Ashley's craftsmanship. She works very hard, and for a vampire to work a forge, she works so hard on it for me. Not only that, and for about 10 minutes, non-stop, no breathing, all he does is talk about this vampire Ashley, who has made this sword for him.
Ashley. Sounds like quite an admirable vampire.
Oh, yeah. Give it to the Toreador to never miss a spot on a blade.
I had a shawl, like a little fur shawl on, and I like let it drop a little bit and like get relaxed, toss my hair a couple times, and say, it's you seem really attached to this Ashley. How attached are you?
She travels to the United States once, twice a year. I make sure to pick up whatever I need for my cosplay then and there. Thankfully, the internet. I love the internet. I send her a picture of what I want, and I get it when she comes by. But surely you didn't just come over here to talk about my sword.
Oh, of course not. The prince gave us a mission of sorts that we'd like to talk about.
At that time, I want to interject I want to play off of that status that I have, which we had talked. I don't know exactly where it stands. Can I play that right now?
Yes, he would have known you because status 2 is something where it would get around.
Okay, so I basically want to go off and go like, I want to like nudge him on the elbow and be like, not necessarily nudge him on the elbow, but like give him one of those like side winks, like another mission, you know.
Yes, most princes do that. I'm sure your prince in New Orleans did that as well. Prove your loyalty and all that.
Like, not roll my eyes towards him, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know.
Sweet make simultaneously roll our eyes together.
Yeah.
A small favor is a small favor, wouldn't you say? To prove that you're not going to...
It's not as if I'm opposed to it. It's just, you know, formalities.
Yes, all it is. And it's only the witty.
And wit we have.
So what can you help me out with this one? You got any leads on this?
It's downtown. I can give you a map. Oh, yeah.
I would appreciate a map, please.
You see him reach around his pockets and he pulls out a map. Here's a map dividing the city, and it's the map that I have up as a background in Roll20.
I saw that. Can I get a ping on it?
Well, the big black line down the center.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, but okay, out of character, I'm asking him for a ping on it. Is there a place? Can I get a lead?
Oh, he gives you the address for the witty.
Okay.
I mean,
And-
there's Google. Even though he didn't get any successes, Jason still would have pulled up the address for the Witty. And being a local,
so
he would
far,
know where
I
it
have
is.
not interacted
Yeah.
with Jason. I'm just playing my character.
I know.
I-
I'm just giving extra details. That's all.
Okay. No. Could you as a GM give me a ping on where we're supposed to be?
I have no idea where the Witty is on the map.
Okay. Okay. Never mind that.
I don't know how to ping either, but that's a side story.
Oh, yo, it's in your tutorial. Check it out.
Yeah, tutorials. I skip those in video games too.
Yeah, I know. Me too. They suck. It took a long fucking time.
But anyways, it's like, no, don't worry about it. It's at this address. Type it into your phone. It'll take you there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right on.
The prince gave you to the end of the week. So you have 6 days.
You got any good local vampire hangouts? I'm kind of getting sick of this party.
Right now, they're all going to be empty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If the hunters ever knew how often we gathered together in such large numbers, they would have burnt this place down to the ground about 5 years ago.
You got any good hunts, though? I would hunt a hunter.
The few that come through here, no, you wouldn't.
Oh, really?
The Justicar barely will go running around playing with hunters. Her childer, completely different subject, and he doesn't even try to hide it, but he rolls his eyes.
Okay. Are you out of character? Is this a specific vampire type?
The Justicar has not been mentioned by name. And
Okay.
Jason's going to give me shit for it, but I've expected that.
Okay.
You're fine, man. Keep going. It's good. I like it.
No, I'm just trying. I'm basically trying to get a lay of the land. You know, I'm new to the city. I want to know what's going down. Can I go hunt for sport? What's the dealio if I really need to fill up? That kind of thing. I want to shoot the shit with the security guard guy.
He points at the map.
Royal guard guy.
Now, if you're just looking for food type of hunting, try to stay north of Culebra and Bandera, but don't go so far past San Pedro Avenue. Inside the loop is a little bit cheaper. Outside the loop is a more expensive taste.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
northwest side of the city, by the way.
Yeah, I see it. I see it on the map. Okay, so that's a decent hunting ground. There any good pickup bars there?
Oh, there's bars all over this place. Talk to the daughter, and he points at mixtape.
Oh, okay.
I reckon she knows about every single good club here.
Well, I wasn't looking for a club. More as I was looking for a dive bar that I could get a quick meal.
Most of those are gonna be on the south side.
Okay.
Be careful with your skin, gringo. The west side can be a little, or the east side can be a little dangerous if you go too far east.
Okay.
What I'd recommend, though, is you spend a little time with them before y'all plan this thing out. I'd hate for anyone to get hurt.
Okay.
Thanks for the heads up.
Well, yes, I appreciate the update, and thank you for giving us information on your city. I know we're newcomers, and I hope to continue to do business with you all.
Not a problem. Just
Hey.
be safe out there. Mind the masquerade.
I gotta take. Can we take like a short break? I gotta get something to drink. Can we take like 5
Yes.
or like maybe 5 or 10, something like that?
Yeah, I wish I had my little 5-minute timer that I have in WoW.
Okay, cool. We'll be back in a minute.
That's cool. Hey, Justin,
hmm
can you describe to me the exact rules of the masquerade? Because I don't really know.
Don't reveal that you're a vampire. Don't do anything that would intentionally cause people to realize you're a vampire.
Okay.
Most of the other rules are based around that. The reason that
Okay.
there's a like domain rights is that way there's not too many vampires feeding in one area, thus preserving the masquerade.
Okay. So I completely get it now. That I mean, I basically understood it, but I didn't know what this game archetype wrote it down as. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically maintaining no one knows that you're a vampire. And not
Okay.
having people to come to realize that you're a vampire, because then we're going to go back to the Dark Ages where you have the Inquisition openly hunting vampires down. If you thought McCarthyism was bad, they hold no candle to the Inquisition.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is still around in this time frame.
I'm
There is
trying
an
to figure
actual
out-
Sabbat Inquisition that goes around hunting Infernalists.
What's an Infernalist?
Demon worshippers.
Oh, does that coincide with the demon game?
Yes and no.
Okay.
If you have a working knowledge of Demon the Fallen, it makes it more nuanced.
Okay.
If not, demons are just kind of the more stereotypical demons. Get contracts, steal soul, shit like that.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to actually get up real quick and use the restroom.
Yeah, go for it. Please do.
Yes.
So,
I don't think I can do that.
I need you to carry my weight.
Oh, the puppers!
Oh,
Hey,
honey.
puppy boy, cute puppy.
Pie. Oh, the pie.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I'm ruining. I'm drawing
Oh
lines
my
all
god.
over people that can see that though.
Okay, cool. Slash.
I'm trying to figure out how to, cause you're as a player character, as a player character, your options are limited to what you see. So you can make notes on your own map, but the other parties, as far as I know, can't really see what you're doing unless the only person that can make it so everybody can see it is Justin, who's the guy that's running the game. But I was trying to figure out how to ping. I know there's a way to ping.
okay.
Let's click on it. Pinged.
I'm going to go grab
No.
just in case.
I don't know how to do it.
Sit.
I guess Jason was pinging earlier.
Yeah, I saw it ping earlier.
I don't know how to do it. Hey, Justin, you there? No, he might have turned the mic off. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Shit, I might as well while.
Oh, I'm going to grab you a cookie.
What are you playing now?
Smash Brothers.
Oh man, I tried to play that and I had trouble. I've never really been good at
Lay down.
Yeah.
Roll up. Good boy.
Right there. I have a sneak. That's what I have.
I need to get myself a fancy layout. That's what all them pros have. Can y'all hear the music?
Wait for. No. Oh.
It should be playing through. Oh, that's right. You guys are on.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
When Jason gets back, we'll see if they can hear it on their end.
Uh-huh.
So Roll20 actually has a little bit of a music system.
Mm.
And
Oh yeah. Oh.
I forgot about it, and I thought it'd be interesting to play some music throughout the thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. We don't have speakers or microphones yet.
We have speaker.
Oh wait, we do have speaker. Let me see if I can do that. What is
Turn it up.
jukebox? No.
Sean will know how to work it.
Yeah. John.
Again, congratulations on a new computer.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this shit. Oh my god.
Hello, viewer people. We are on a break right now. We're waiting for a couple of the players to come back. And then once I start learning people's voices, I won't have to constantly look at the Discord to know who I'm talking to. I'm horrible with learning people's names and faces. So if it takes me a couple of games to memorize it, I do apologize.
Oh, no big deal. Sean, can you get the speakers to...
That's all right for now.
We have a
I could
speaker.
try. If we have enough free time for me to mess around, I could try to get
Yeah,
it.
I mean-
But are you running in-game music?
Yeah,
Yeah, you just need to turn the speaker on.
Roll20 actually has it built in.
Yeah, I know. Let me give
I
it a
hit
shot.
the jukebox joint. I don't know if it's the right joint to hit.
Let me give it a shot.
Not
Hold on.
sure.
I turned the volume so I could hear on the Discord.
Yeah, we hear
Oh yeah,
music.
it's a nice boppity street, walking down the street kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hell yeah.
We about to do some shit. I'm ready.
Mm.
This is good.
I wish I could upload my own songs because I would have people's ringtones.
Oh, man.
So you could like put players get phone calls and stuff.
Yeah. Right now it's gonna be ring, 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 ring.
Well, either way, this is fantastic hold music.
Do it.
Oh man, you completely changed the dynamic of the game. Thank you so much.
It's. I thought it would be something that'd be nice.
Oh, now we're more. That's so cool. You gotta get some like deep dark like Legacy of Kain kind of shit. Yeah. There it is. Background music's good.
When the thing gonna capture a piece of art. Yeah.
We gotta figure out how to do a ping, man.
It's like, click it. Hold on, click it. Ask the question mark. That'll help.
Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Aha.
How do you do a ping?
No.
Ping.
I don't know. It's helpful, and I know that GMs can do it, and all players will see it, and I also know that players can do it to talk about a specific spot on the map. That's something I'd like to learn how to do. It makes it.
I'll be
noise.
honest. This is a lot more has a lot more into it than I thought it would.
I know it's an incredible system. It's fantastic. I hope over time that we will be able to like really easily communicate through it. At this point, it's just a learning curve. I accidentally drew some
Flashes.
slashes
Got
all
some
over
slashes
the. I drew a line in between Buena Vista and
The 410.
the 410 near.
Oh, I see him.
Oh,
Do
okay,
you see
yeah,
him?
he can see him too. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot.
How
How
do I
embarrassing.
delete those?
Go to draw. But, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Ask the question mark.
It's a learning curve.
Oh, look, he got rid of one.
Oh yeah, you did. You cut one out.
Nice.
There we go.
How do you do that?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
I actually drew a pentagram of dots around it as well.
Do
you see those? Right next to St. Mary's University.
And the river and the A and antenna.
There it is.
All gone.
I'm gonna recreate them for
Clean.
fun.
Oh my god.
Just like that.
And here we are. Star, great job. There. Oh. Like, nah.
So we don't know how to ping, but you know how to manipulate when I put a dot on the board. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
We were like in the downtown district. Where do we need to go? Because I have a map. Can you draw a line that I could see?
Everyone's line should be visible to others.
I see your boxes. I see your boxes. Okay, how do I do boxes? I forget.
Weird mauve, and you're a nice purple.
I watched that shit yesterday and then had like a full day of work and then completely forgot it.
I should have watched it too.
Yeah, those tools are normally used more for
They're more for map building, but like we could still utilize them.
There we go.
Oh, ping!
There it is.
I
That's
saw
the
a
ping. Yeah. Okay,
Oh
so you just pinged where we were at. Where are we trying to go?
I don't know where the Witty actually is.
Okay. Well,
my wife has taken me there a couple times, and it's this very small museum. It's more of a kids museum than a grown-up museum.
okay.
Oh, sounds fun.
It's got practical experiments. So if you take a look at
I can look it up right now because we're still waiting on people to come back. What's it called?
The Witty, WITTI.
Can you put it? Okay, WITTI in San Antonio.
Mhm.
Okay. New tab.
Ooh.
And see, now I'm kind of hearing the reverb.
Oh, are you picking up on my keyboard function?
There we go. I've managed to pull it down.
Nice. Yeah, see the museum.
Wow, they're taking their time getting back.
Yeah, they always do that. Oh my God, I'm talking about spring break. Let's do it.
Yay, having to actually edit videos again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're we're
Nice. Clip and cut.
Once you do it, you gotta send me a link, man.
Yeah.
Actually, I can send you a link to my channel in general.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I've never been able to follow. I always used to do Xbox, and that shit
And it's
didn't
like,
work.
what do you mean?
It's like, what's a subscription? Ugh. I'm hearing noises right now. Okay, so this has to go back. I just want. Try
And
this one.
recently I uploaded my 5 rules.
You updated your what?
I uploaded a video called my 5 rules for being at my table,
Okay.
which basically boils down into 5 big rules. I don't tolerate wholesale idiocy.
Good luck.
Be prepared. Be present.
That's my most important. That was present. If you don't know what you're doing, just pay attention.
I accidentally erased my light down the city, but people know where it is now.
Hey, sorry, Victoria is not feeling very well. So we could try to do a longer intermission, but I doubt she's gonna be able.
Well, it'll be
She
fine.
drank too much blood, man.
Yeah, something like that.
We
So
can continue.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm just saying, I don't know how things are gonna go on our end. If you guys want to keep playing, and maybe I can join in later or join in after a while, I think that'd be fine. It's just it was pretty bad, so we'll see how things go.
Okay.
I could maybe we could catch up a little bit tomorrow, Justin, because we're gonna be at Gingerfest. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Okay.
But you guys keep doing your things. I love the music, Justin. I think you should keep playing that. And I'll check in with you via text or via Discord as appropriate.
Okay.
All right.
Word.
See you guys. Have fun.
Right on, take it easy, man.
Feel
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, please
You guys
feel
are
better.
great.
All right.
Thank you.
So we'll just continue where we left off. So you look around for the Tremere and the daughter, and they are nowhere to be seen. You don't know what happened. You assumed either they got in trouble or something else.
Someone had a busy schedule.
I'm sorry. Could you break that down for me one more time?
The 2 people he told you to go and hang out with,
Okay.
his just kind of buggered off.
Okay, so we're not making contact with them.
No. But the
Okay.
sheriff will give you their telephone numbers.
Okay.
On the smellophone.
Well, I'm gonna ring them up because as this is, it seemed like what was Jason's character's name?
Dr. Graves. Jordan Graves.
It seemed like Dr.
Jordan.
Graves was hitting him off with like location and how to get there and what to do. I was kind of just like hanging in the background and just like waiting for something to do.
We have the address.
We do
could
have
just
the address,
fucking-
but I want to try to gather some information first before I just like roll up.
Okay. Alright.
And that's what you're doing right now. You don't have to rob the place tonight.
Yeah,
He
we
said-
have a week. You said we have a week.
Yep, until the end of the week.
Well, that's why I was trying to gather
Ooh.
information.
An idea.
I want to go. What's your idea?
I want to scope the room for any children present. Are there any baby vampires? Like
No.
young.
Not
None.
that you can see.
Damn. Ooh, is there? Could I ask?
If there's any children vampires,
Yeah, I need a child. I need a child to go to this museum and scope it out with a little baby. And I can't. I mean, I could just go by by myself, but I feel
Well-
like having a child with me would be
The
Better.
sheriff will let you know that the Witty, even though it's a museum geared towards children, has a lot of adult patrons who are just adults.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
It's actually a pretty neat museum because they have a lot of practical experiments. The biggest one being about about pulley systems.
Oh, fun.
I like pulley
Love
systems.
me a good
pulley
pulley
systems.
system.
I'm in. This is my take on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think so we've been at this political party
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to jump to not anything downtown, but something like a little on the outskirts.
Well, you're already downtown.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go outside of downtown, and I would like to go somewhere in between. What's the intersection of Commerce and Mullen? Is there a bar around there?
I'll say there's plenty of bars around downtown.
I want to go, but I want to go outside of downtown to the point enough where I can just like
There's going to be plenty of drinking establishments in Texas.
Oh, I know that.
You can take your time.
Yes, you can find a bar.
But I want to find something off the beaten path, so I don't want to be right in downtown. You know what I mean?
So
You can try for a bowl of time.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
So as
And
you begin to leave,
I'm about to start flipping a deck of cards. I want to play cards. Let's do this.
as you begin to leave, you notice the sheriff's face because he's facing the door as he's talking to you. In fact, throughout the night, you notice he's never looked away from the door.
He's always had at least one eye on the.
Yep, and he's a little bit taller than you, but not so much taller that he's head and shoulders above you. His face scroots up, and he looks very displeased. You turn around and you see what he scrunches his face up, and before you finish turning around, his face goes back to a slack face.
Okay.
So he doesn't betray to who just walked in. You see two people walk in. To the left is a woman who at some point in her life must have been blacker than ebony. But over the decades, centuries, or millennium, however long she's lived, her skin now looks like tracing paper over that same skin.
Oh wow.
She is tall, she has long black hair, and she is wearing a pure white, blindingly white dress.
So
next to her,
I'm immediately imagining like a dark elf in the whitest of white, priestess kind of deal.
I'm not sure about dark elves. I haven't played D&D since AD&D.
Well, it's the same kind of vibe, but with the vampire twist put on it. They're just like ebony black, and
no,
she's
but
she's dressed in a
her skin
dressed in a gown.
Her skin looks like someone put tracing paper over that same ebony, because she is an old vampire.
Okay.
So you can still see that at one point she was black, but now it's covered up by that paper-looking skin.
I mean, when it comes to charisma, that I can perceive, she's not wretched, or is she nasty looking, or is she like pretty looking, but like with a way different thing?
She is stunningly beautiful.
Okay.
Like, you figure she's never had an ounce of cosmetic surgery.
Okay.
She may have been born looking this gorgeous.
Okay.
Again, if your genitalia worked.
Yeah.
Next to her,
kicking all over the place.
next to her, there is a obviously old white vampire. He is ancient as well. You can't tell how old because he looks like his skin has always been white. He too has long dark hair flowing down over his shoulders. His is tied back neatly in a ribbon. and he is wearing mirrored sunglasses.
Hmm.
He is wearing black clothing. He is wearing a simple black t-shirt, simple black kind of loose pants, and absolutely no shoes.
Oh wow. Do his feet have talons or?
Nope, he's just not wearing shoes.
Okay.
Just a regular toenail. Okay. Good to know. I want to know if I can use my picks to see if I know who these vampires are.
You would guess, based off of your earlier successes, that the woman is the Justicar.
What's a Justicar?
Justicar is one of those people who goes around and dispenses justice.
Oh, okay. So that's like.
Damn.
Okay,
Oh my god.
She could, if she wanted to, summarily execute the prince.
yeah. You should fangirl out about that.
Are you sure? I don't.
Well, not necessarily to her, but you should like play your wits and like. I'm not trying to tell you your character, but
she keeps walking along with him. He looks bored out of his mind, and like he doesn't want to be there. You could almost call it a childish appearance of not wanting to be there.
Yeah, next to her. I mean, damn.
oh man.
Well, he's no slouch in the looks department either. It's just maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's makeup.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I might.
And
I
they
might
just
approach the fellow.
actually these were just supposed to be NPCs who are walking in and nothing more. This is a cameo appearance from NPCs in a PC of mine. So an old
can we
NPC
have a
of mine.
conversation though? Can I just like talk to him though?
Yeah, sure.
He caught my eye. He caught my eye. Well, they obviously caught my eye, and I noticed the fact that he looked bored, and I just kind of wanted to be like, what do you have to be bored about? I want to inquire. I want to see how, what his deal is.
He
Can
looks at
I
you.
roll something for it?
He looks at you, gets real close, like up in your face close,
Okay.
and sniffs you. How old is your character?
I haven't given him an age.
Generation.
Oh, older or younger than 100 years?
I would say older. I would say like getting to like 160, 80, something like that.
Okay. He still sniffs at you. I'm always bored at these things. And if it wasn't for my sire, he looks over. She doesn't betray anything. She's still looking for it. She's waiting for him to move again. I wouldn't have even come here. Passing through. Oh no, I gotta stop and say hello to the prince. And now you can see people looking uncomfortably away from these two. Before it's like, ooh,
Before
she's
he goes and like has to do his formal shit with the prince, I want to insinuate that he should catch me on his way out, and we should go catch a drink somewhere else. Quote unquote drink.
pass. And he starts walking away.
Okay, right on. I figured I'd try.
And when he begins to walk away, so does she. And are you sticking around or are you leaving?
Could we put this up to dice?
How about this?
Could I roll something that makes this seem interesting to me?
So, you stick around for just another moment longer. You see the two, they don't wait in line.
Okay.
The prince's face for a moment changes, and then it goes back to normal. He seems to open his arms to the woman, walking past everyone else, coming down off the platform.
Okay.
He greets
So
them,
she is of import, obviously.
and then you hear the male rattle off, "I'm gonna be in your city for a couple days. Deal with it."
All right. Okay.
And he says this loud enough so the entire room can hear him.
I mean, I know I caught it. I don't know. I'm
Oh, he's making sure everyone
"You heard
caught
that?" Yeah,
And
right
then
on.
about that's when you realize it's a good time to leave, and y'all walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all take the elevator down, and when you arrive downstairs, you realize that your limo has been pulled around. You ask the bartender, "Hey, can we go to, somewhere that has some good drinks? Like outside of the downtown?" He's like, yeah, I know a place.
My question is that bartender, I mean, obviously they know the type of drinks we're looking for, correct?
This driver doesn't necessarily know that.
Is there a way that I could either figure out if he knows that, or
Well, there's a divider right now.
Water him instantly.
He says,
There-
"Okay,
there's
I know
the
where I
divider.
can take you to get a good drink," and he just starts driving.
can I put the divider down and talk to him?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I want to do that, and I want to go to like a nice and easygoing, less crowded place where I might be able to wink.
Grab a bite.
Well, we ain't got any of those type of places that I know about. But I know a quiet little bar right over here off of, over here by Mueller. And you can get something nice there.
Alright. That sounds good.
And then you'll just keep driving. You'll get there in about half an hour. Traffic getting out because it's still a little early for downtown. And there's still some people
Yeah,
selling.
what time?
Right now, it is about 11:30.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's early in the It's early in the
Yep.
Okay.
It's still early. You have plenty of time to burn for the night. So you arrive to the bar, and you realize that it's not a dive, but it's not somewhere you might see half of the people you just rubbed elbows with.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that medium spot. It's an old man drinking bar.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, well that's good because I'm like this weird ass old ass house. It would have been bad.
And-
Do a quick costume change. Lose the furs.
yeah, we don't need the furs. Maybe not even the heels. Switch the heels out for combat boots. We're good.
And we're set.
He's like, "I'll just be waiting out here for you two when you're done." And you see him pull out a small book, and he starts reading.
Oh, thank you so much.
I actually kind of want to, personally, I feel as if we should let him go.
Yeah, let's do it. Walk on the wild side.
Yeah, we want to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I tip him very handsomely. I would like him to be on retainer. Can I call him for
Saunter on.
retainer?
He wouldn't be a retainer, but he'll be on call for you tonight.
Okay. Okay, that's what I would like to do.
And would you like something when I come back, if you need me to be more personable, like a sedan rather than a stretch?
Yeah, we definitely don't need the limo. Just something much more deal with.
All right, sir. If you need me, and he'll pull out his card and he'll hand it back through the divider. Just give me a call at that number.
I'll just shoot him a text later when I need him.
He's like, "You paid for the night, you'll get the full night."
Well, I believe we have enough money to pay for that, so...
No, this is the type of limo that's a pay for the night type of limo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's previously paid for. I was talking about a monetary situation. I know we have enough to pay for it either way. So, yes,
Yeah, and
I will keep him on retainer.
I keep money in the game a little bit more nebulous. I don't like to do exact dollars and cents.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's too much management, and I'm not down on that.
Yeah.
So, you get out of the vehicle, and he pulls away. No one seems to pay you any mind as you go in. This place is, like I said, it's an old man drinking bar. You have a few people at the counter. They seem to have scotch in front of them. Like this scotch. Sorry, I got a bottle of scotch next to me.
Scotching it up. Cheers, right back at you, bro.
And there's a couple people in the booth. There's a pool table, some darts, and there is I forget if January's basketball season.
I don't know either.
It's ESPN, and they're going over the football games for the day.
Yeah, it's football. I'm not interested in any of that though. I want to scope out. See, does this place have a kitchen?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, and if they do, it's closed.
Well, it's just an old man drinking bar.
Okay.
All they seem to serve is alcohol. They don't seem to serve any type of food.
I gotta look at my character sheet real quick. I have no performance. I just want to start like.
No bar tricks.
I want to play bar tricks. I want to play the bar tricks joint, but I have no performance.
What type of bar tricks?
Oh, just I don't know, simple ass like card games, card tricks, like can you pull this card out of the 2 shot classes without dropping the match or whatever, you know, like simple shit. It's not super simple, but I think it would fall under the category of skills as opposed to talents. It's not an easy thing to do. You have to have knowledge of it. And I do not have knowledge of it. It would definitely be a performance.
So you're looking to amuse them? And people are amused.
I'm looking to draw attention and hopefully have Violetta maybe bring somebody away that we could then talk, quote unquote, talk to later.
Are y'all wanting to hunt?
Yes.
Well, y'all are fully fed.
Yeah, I feel like we already feel good.
I want to hunt for. That's my character type.
Oh, you.
I'm bad. I'm a bad boy. I'm a real bad boy.
So you're
what
looking
happens
to
if
feed...
you overfeed? Is that bad for
yes.
vampires?
You can overfeed. If you overfeed, what you do is you give in to the beast, and it makes it easier for you to frenzy. And being a gangrel, you do not want a frenzy because you end up with a semi-permanent bestial trait.
Okay.
We're
such
on
as
a job.
pointed ears.
Can't be frenzying at this point. Dang.
Well then, what about just for fun, like mental entertainment? Can I just like try to captivate these people and?
Yeah, you don't have a problem.
That's what I want to do then. I just need to do something in this bar. I'm here. I have to do something.
All right. And what is Violetta doing?
Violetta. Well, hold on. I'm pulling up both character sheets.
Well, no. What is Violetta doing?
No, I know that. It's totally. I just wanted her to. What she.
I mean,
had.
I saw Mick like scoping out for the hunt, and I like gave him the look like, honey, we don't need this right now. And I go up to one of the old men at the bar drinking, who looks like he could be a grandpa. And I start chatting it up with him and trying to get him to talk to me about his granddaughter.
He looks at you. Pass. And then he takes another drink of his drink.
Pass! Alright, I go to the next one. He passed. Fuck him.
He looks at you, and the next guy's like, I don't have any children.
Not one, huh? Are you sure?
He downs his Jack and Coke, he pays, and he leaves.
Oh, I guess he was sure. Damn. I'm trying to get, like, I want to talk about this museum, but I should probably just skip the children's thing and just ask someone.
Well, again, the sheriff told you that
Yeah.
it
We know
actually
where we're
is
gonna go.
adults go there regularly for entertainment, just for themselves.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna talk to the barkeep about this museum. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna
Smart.
jump right into
Do it. No, just
but
do it.
I don't know, I'm gonna order a drink. I'll order, like, I don't know.
Tonic water.
Yeah, just tonic water. Something, like, kind of weird that regular human wouldn't order. Like, tonic water and pickle juice or something. Like, what? I'll order that. And I, start talking to him about, like, or ask him...
Okay, Leah.
What?
Just saying. Bam.
Mhm.
Right there.
Okay.
Do that.
Well, let me do this. I think y'all are overthinking this.
I know.
That's the reason I said it in modern days rather than like 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all could just drive over to it.
Mhm. So now we're just having fun. We're just chilling. I don't need to research. I can just chill.
And that's one of the things that it's the reason I specifically chose this time period is you can just pull up your cell phone and take a look at it.
Beep boop beep. Mhm. All right.
Well, I'm feeling antsy.
Mhm.
I wanna feed before I leave because this is a night of excess. Would one more put me over the edge?
No.
Would I be one toke over the line?
But give me wits and survival.
Okay.
Sweet Mary.
That's
That's
three.
not you.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
That's 3 plus. So that's 6.
Victoria wasn't feeling good. No, we're playing. It's
One
just they
moment.
got
I'll
out.
be right there.
So they're still playing.
Sean and Leia.
And Drew didn't get on.
Oh.
No, not tonight.
Watch out.
The guy who you try to convince to go outside, looks at you.
I was trying to smoke a cigarette with him.
Yeah.
That was the pretense.
Yeah, baby.
I bet it's just a cigarette.
Yeah. I'm
And he
assuming.
turns away from you and just goes right back to his drink.
Okay, so that definitely failed. What was the success on that?
You have 2 successes.
Okay.
Difficulty
yeah,
is 6.
that makes sense.
So,
But I totally I botched it.
no, you didn't
No,
botch.
I didn't.
Botch is
I
something.
didn't botch. I didn't botch, but it evened itself out. Okay.
Well, they changed the way botches work. So for you to botch now, you have to have at least 1 and no successes.
Oh, really?
So they occur less frequently.
I just thought it was. I thought it was the botches evened out the successes.
No, botch is whenever you basically a critical failure.
Okay.
So ones take away from successes. So now, even if you have 10 ones and 1 success, it still counts as a failure. Before,
Okay.
it would count as a botch,
Okay.
which is the falling on your swords type of scenario.
Yep. It's a critical fail, yeah.
So people are now beginning to notice you two around the bar.
They're like, who the fuck are these guys?
What?
Okay. They basically have the look of, we come here to drink. You notice that the music is very, very, very apt, as this is just kind of a chilled place.
Yo, can we go to Rigsby? No, I shouldn't do that. We should actually... Fine. I just want to go for a drive. No,
Okay.
Where is, Can you ping up where we're supposed to be?
You're right around here right now. Wait, hold on one second.
Yeah,
right
I
about
know
there.
where we are. Where are we supposed to go? Can you ping where we're supposed to go?
Hey, Laura,
What?
where's the Witty at?
Broadway?
Broadway.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps me out. Incarnate Word.
You know, we're back in restaurant.
Okay.
Do not scratch the frame because I'm here.
It's right about here.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Alright.
we So we're pretty fucking close. I don't know. Out of character, how much do you want to play tonight still?
If you guys want to stop here, and your characters just kind of go back and go to sleep, that's fine. I expected the first section to be a little rocky with these conditions in mind, specifically because first sessions I've never found to be totally awesome.
Yeah.
They're either super amazing, amazeballs, people don't want to quit, or something happens every single time.
Okay, I'm gonna interject right there. I'm always the type of person that just to keep going, and I never want to stop.
Well, we can still do stuff. Remember, you can still scope the place out.
Yeah, I know. Leah.
I'm pretty sleepy.
She mentioned to me the fact that she wants to go to sleep pretty soon. She's not really interested, but I was thinking in character, maybe we could like go get a hotel near, I don't know if that is a O or a D, Almost Park.
Okay,
Get a hotel up around there.
I take a bubble bath and
you take a second look at the map, and you realize there's a couple of spots with a little VS on it, and there's a little thing that says, or KS, and it says Kindred Safe.
Okay.
And there's actually one off of Austin Highway.
Where is that?
Up here.
Okay. You're a little above my map radius. There you go. Okay. So we're a little bit outside of the ping towards the east.
But it wouldn't take too long if you guys settled in for the night and then went out the following day.
That's cool. I might try to, if you are down to run it, I might try to like go up there, get a hotel, stay there for the night. She can chill, and then I would like maybe do some recon if you're up for it.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
So
can we make our hotel on Thousand Oaks? And what is that? No.
There's no hotels I know of that's on Thousand Oaks.
Just, I wish I could ping. How can I ping? Do you know how to teach me how to ping?
I just held it down, All you have to do is hold it down.
Mm.
I just don't. I think you have to give me administrative.
No, I saw it.
You saw it right
Mhm.
there. I was thinking, could we get a hotel right there?
Where did you say a hotel was at, Laura?
It's near 35.
There is a hotel over by here.
Okay, so right there. Let's get that. Let's grab that one.
Okay. There is
Let's
a
grab
kindred
that
safe.
one and have it be
Oh,
a vampire safe zone.
Yes, there is a kindred safe hotel over there.
So we're right north of Windcrest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, perfect.
I'm gonna take a 15-hour bubble bath, and it's up to you.
That's what's up.
I
Okay.
had a really great time doing this. Thank you.
It's something that I actually really enjoy doing this, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much it was discussed, whether it was going to be a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly thing.
Yeah,
I'm-
it wasn't just, but
And I figured it's something we would end up working out tonight, but with all the delays and making sure we finished out the character sheets,
Hmm.
it never got to that point. Also dealing with the long intermission, which was way longer than I expected it to be.
I know.
It was going to be something we were discussing. Now, to be honest, I was about to call it. Not because of this, but because it's 11:30 almost,
Yeah.
and I was going to bring things down. I'll do experience with those two later, but this is how it works for experience. You get 1 experience for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did your character learn? Beginning with Sean.
Okay, well, I would say, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still learning myself, but I was hoping that I could.
Well, I mean as a character.
I understand that. I was trying to tie it in. I really honestly, when it comes down to it, I learned a good way to not play a big mean guy. Like, a lot, not necessarily mean, but a lot of times I play very
beefy.
very combat heavy characters,
Beefy
and
boys.
I was specifically trying not to play that this time, and I was trying to interject myself in the right situations. I just feel as if I didn't get, because I don't know my character yet, I feel as if I didn't get the perfect time to interject the skill set that I want this character to be. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, so 3 experience. And Leia, what did your character learn?
My character, I learned that I need to kind of play my wits and charisma better, because I feel like I had a lot of opportunities to do that at this like swanky party, and I just kind of like clammed up. But I feel like that's something that that's something that I learned, and
Well, you did more than others.
true.
Yeah.
True, I
So-
did.
3 apiece.
Okay.
And so the way that experience works is I'll be keeping track of that. 3 experience, you can't get much changes, but right now, since your character is a little bit in flux, I'm not sure it'd be a good idea if you start spending it just yet.
Yeah. Got it.
So
I got
you get
I
for
was
me, you get experience points for showing up. The learning curve, which is what did your character learn, what did you learn, and role playing. As long as you actually role played like both of you did, you get an extra experience point. Occasionally, I will award what I call awesome points. Awesome points are when you floor the entire group. The perfect witty statement. I had a in one of the games I'm playing, there is a Giovanni who tossed 2 coins at a Reaper.
What's a Reaper?
It's a type of wraith that picks up the dead wraiths. It's an insult to throw 2 coins at them. You know, pay your toll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
The entire game was stopped because we had to stop laughing. So, awesome points do get awarded. But yeah, this wasn't too bad since we're not all sitting at the same table.
Yeah.
So, this is where I'm gonna call it. And next time, I think we'll probably open up a little bit different. But I really wanted to get into it tonight. That way, we at least got the first thing you guys are gonna be doing as a coterie.
Mm-hmm.
So, everyone say goodnight.
Yeah, definitely. Good night. I wanted to quick before we exit out. I'm gonna try to add. I don't know exactly what the points you said were. I was gonna just put 3 to 5 for each character, and then you can figure it out after that. And I wanted to personally thank you because I feel like you're about to run a campaign that I have wanted to play for years, and I haven't been able to do it. Like, I really want to be. When you talked about, I know it's tough because there's a lot of people, but when you talked about like a weekly, bi-weekly, stuff like that, I would easily be committed to a bi-weekly, and I could potentially do a weekly campaign. It just depends on if you can get the material up and running fast enough.
Oh, ask Jason about the Wild West game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Wild.
Wait, hold on. I actually. I am a shameless whore for what I'm about to do, by the way. For anyone wondering, because I still haven't cut off the stream yet. For anyone wondering what the Wild West story is, it is under my video entitled Werewolf, the Apocalypse, The Burning of Austin.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be found here.
Okay, so this is the link you sent me. Okay, cool. I will totally check that out. Is this a long running campaign?
Werewolf the Apocalypse, I want to say lasted 18 months as a weekly game.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh
my god.
I would love to get into it. I would love.
And there was never a lull in the content department.
I will let you know. I'm a committed character. I would like to be involved in like a week or if not bi-weekly campaign. Like if you give me a one thing, I'm probably gonna fall out of it. But like if I can get a week by week thing, I'm there.
Well, once
I mean, it's kind of a big group. Like we gotta.
It is.
Make
It is. It's a big group.
No. A big group for vampire is 6 and above. 5 is kind of pushing it. Drew wasn't here tonight. There was scheduling conflicts, and he knows my rule about being present.
Yeah.
If he couldn't actually focus on the game, if he was going to be falling asleep, just don't show up.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
If you actually go to my YouTube channel, Jesus Christ, I feel like a whore. I actually have my
Don't worry about it. I'd actually.
I have my 5 rules for sitting at my table, which is pure idiocy. Will get it punished. Be present. Be prepared. Know your character. And I don't remember what the 5th one is off the top of my head. But yeah, it's know what your powers do. Like, dominate.
Yeah.
1 is command, 2 is mesmerize, 3 is for the forgetful mind.
We don't know that yet. We just have to get some PDFs.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and set up my Google Drive and upload it there
Okay.
and share that with you guys.
Okay, cool.
Because I had a buddy who shared his with me, and actually that is on my Christmas list as a legitimate thing.
Right on.
But I'm gonna cut the stream off here, and